Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. So Deontay Wilder, should he retire or should he not? That's a big question going on right now. There are a lot of boxing reporters who are basically interrogating boxers like Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, and other well-known names. And they keep asking the question to these boxers on whether they think Deontay Wilder should retire or not. And the thing is, it's almost like they're trying to bait them to say something negative about Deontay Wilder. And some of them are reluctant to answer that. And I think they feel that it's ultimately up to Deontay Wilder whether he wants to retire or not. And that's true, that's his right. But, I actually have an opinion on that. So we can peel it all the way back to when this man first started boxing. Let's not forget, he didn't start boxing to become the heavyweight champion of the world. He had his daughter, his oldest daughter anyway. She had a severe medical condition. And this man was struggling to purchase milk, to get her diapers, to get her the medical attention she needed. And he found his way into a boxing gym. And he just had something special. And he was able to fast track himself because of his athleticism and power. And within a couple of years was in the Olympics getting a bronze medal. And that's pretty much unheard of. So fast forward from there, he went out on a knockout streak. People were basically saying that he was fighting tomato cans. He started to get a little bit of popularity, being known as a knockout artist. Little money started coming in. He started fighting guys ranked in the top 15, top 10, ultimately going out there and fighting Tyson Fury, who most people would argue as the best heavyweight champion in the world right now. And some would say that Deontay Wilder should have won the first fight. The second fight, people can say what they want on that one, whether it was controversy about cheating or not. But the third fight, it was very competitive. And Deontay Wilder made up for a lot of distance in that fight as far as the experience gap. Because he's obviously acquired a lot of skill, hands-on, man. And he was able to apply it in that fight. And that last fight with Tyson Fury, that wasn't a regular boxing match. People, I'm telling you, Deontay Wilder really, really fought. Like he fought for. Now this is what I think just from listening to him over the years speak. Okay, this isn't me putting a narrative out there. This is what I feel based on what he has spoken passionately about in the past. I feel that he fought for his children. I think he fought for his last name. I think he fought for what his legacy is going to be as a heavyweight champion. And also I feel that Deontay Wilder, being from Alabama in the South, where there's still a lot of, backwards people there when it comes to race. And I feel like he was really fighting for his race. And he was willing, and you hate to hear somebody say this, especially when they have children. Like Miguel Cotto said, when Margarito said he was willing to die in the ring, Cotto was like, die in the ring for what? That's stupid. I have a wife, I have kids who love me. Why would I die in the ring? But for Deontay Wilder, I really feel in that third fight, he was like, you're gonna have to kill me. And that's almost what he got. So when you look at Deontay Wilder now, who's contemplating retirement, everything and so much more he was able to ascertain through boxing. Whatever he needed medically for his daughter, done. Whatever he wanted to do for himself financially, done. For any of his family, extended family, friends close to him, people he comes in contact with, done. As far as a legacy in boxing, done. Going to the Olympics, he got a bronze medal, he medaled. Doesn't matter, done. And able to influence a lot of young people. Not just, African Americans, a lot of people, done. Able to have an international presence, done. The man's net worth is a little over $100 million, man. So if he chooses to walk away from the sport right now, he should have no regrets. He should do it. He's earned that right. Now, as a boxing fan, I'm a little selfish, okay? Because in boxing, in my opinion now, I think Deontay Wilder still has some unfinished business. Not with Tyson Fury. That's a done deal. But go out there, because we really want him to cement a strong legacy. Mix it up with AJ. Now, some people think Deontay Wilder would knock AJ out. I think if he touches him, he knocks him out. But it's not an easy fight. Because Deontay Wilder, just like AJ and some of the other fighters, they struggle a little bit when they fight guys about their size. You see, it's different when someone's a little shorter than you, doesn't have the reach. But when someone matches you equally, as far as your dimensions, that's where the struggle surfaces. And that's what happened with him and Tyson Fury. So if he was, and it happened with Brazil. Say what you want. That first round, Brazil hurt Deontay Wilder. But if Deontay Wilder, me as a boxing fan, I really feel Deontay Wilder should fight the AJ. He should fight Andy Ruiz. He should go in there and just totally clip Dillian White. Because I'm tired of hearing Dillian White's mouth. You know, fight Joseph Parker. Fight all these guys who are like, you know, top 5, top 10 in the heavyweight division. You bang with Luis Ortiz. Great fights. You bang with Stavern when Stavern was actually getting busy. And, you know, he fought Tyson Fury. So now, get to AJ, get to Dillian Whites. I think he beats all those guys. I think AJ gives him a tough fight, though. But I think everyone else is easy. So me as a boxing fan, I think there's more work to be done. But that's by choice, not out of necessity or obligation. Everything this man wanted to do, he's done that and more. This is all just, you know, icing on the cake. So, there's mixed opinions on this, but you got to understand, a guy who was born in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, 1985, little country boy, growing up in the church, wanted to be go to the NBA and play basketball, and had a child young. Look, man, that happens. That's part of life, man. That's not a bad thing. Things like that happen. And then what are you going to do with the situation? And he owned it. And he performed, man. And look at him now. Look at his family now. He's happily married. He has a bunch of kids. They're all happy. And he's doing well. So I support Deontay Wilder, man. Whether he decides to stop boxing now or he decides to continue, he can do what he wants. He can do what he wants. There's really nothing left for this guy to do, man. There's not many boxers. You know, I'm going to just keep it real with you. And I think a lot of you, if you really follow boxing, you would agree. Not many boxers, a small percentage of boxers, when they become a professional, only a small percentage go on to make millions of dollars. Some of those guys never make real money. They still have to work a 9 to 5 or have their little local business or whatever they're doing. And some guys just never make anything. One of the most exciting fighters ever, most exciting, Emmanuel Augustus. Guy retired with nothing, ended up getting shot. Bad story. But one of the most entertaining boxers. Never made real money. So when you look at stories like that, it makes you say, you know what? Stop boxing and just go be happy. But that's like to avoid something like a tragedy. But at the same time, you can say, you know what? Look at Larry Holmes. And you should still go retire because it's not to the negative side. This is to the positive side. He took his money and he invested it. He took on a lot of debt, but what I would call positive debt, and assets that would appreciate, real estate. Now, Larry Holmes has money coming out of his ass. He's got properties everywhere back home, where he's from, Pennsylvania. And Deontay Wilder's done the same. So it's a win-win to me for Deontay Wilder, whether he wants to hang it up now or if he wants to keep fighting. The ball's in his court. But whatever he does, man, I salute him. But I really would like to see him. I really would like to see him come back and keep fighting. But at the end of the day, when he has a daughter that's born with spina bifida and a lot of different health issues that little girl had, and everything that he wanted to do for her, he was able to do it and more. He's created generational wealth. Deontay Wilder can do whatever he wants, man. So that's my 2 cents on Deontay Wilder, man. Leave a comment below. Let me know your 2 cents on it. I know a lot of us are selfish. We want to see him come back, man. Somebody who can fight like that, hit like that, and get people up with one punch, man, is exciting. And they're just outside of Deontay Wilder, who is there in the heavyweight division who can do that? Who can do that? See, when you think a one-hitter quitter, you think Deontay Wilder. Some people say Tank Davis. He can get you out of there, but they can't erase you off the face of the earth like Deontay Wilder. So, nevertheless, man, let me know your opinion down in the comments below. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it, man. I'm back in business. I had to take a little time off. YouTube is crazy sometimes. But I'm back in business, man. I got, every week I'm trying to put out about 25 videos, 25 to 40 videos a week, and get this thing bubbling again, give you a kind of non-biased opinion and a fair perspective on what's going on in boxing. Again, thanks for all your support. Shout out to all the veterans. And as always, I'm in the breeze.